What is up, dudes? AngryGrandpa with another video. Why do I play PvE and not PvP? So Modern Warfare, it is a game that it gives you the opportunity to play PvE and PvP. Now, me being a World of Tanks player, a War Thunder player, and other games where you have to be with just players, active players, not bots on different difficulties. But being very active in those sort of games and stumbling upon this game roughly in 2015, I've decided to continue with this game and stop with the other ones. And why? Because it is the option of PvE. Now, before you go and say, okay man, okay, that's not a good option, but explain. Well, I'm a person that likes to play with tanks, fascinated with them, and I find them very interesting. But in PvP missions or PvP operations, you ain't gonna see the full potential of a vehicle or of a tank based on your skill in a fight. You will never find it. That's gonna be just a rarity, and it is sometimes with just some tanks. And mostly are, let's say, for instance, some MBTs, you know, like Object 195, or with some tank destroyers like GAU or T-15 Armata, or with a Challenger 2 ATDU. Just a few tanks in PvP can give you some fun and some, you know, like enjoyment. But going in PvE, you will have the multitude of choosing any vehicle you want, hit battle depending on your tier. Let's say if it is 1 to 6, 7 to 10, you will have different difficulties and opportunities to the missions, which are like normal missions, special operations, weekend operations, you name it. There are plenty of them. Event, battle path missions, and so on. And speaking about battle paths, you are eligible to do just PvE missions if you want to, but you can do also PvP. It will take you, let's say, less time to finish that mission, but it will take you more time to join a fight, a match with other players, depending on your tier, vehicle, and map. So sometimes sitting in queue, it's not the fun part. And when you have your battle coins active, that's not fun. You're gonna lose a lot of battle coins. Well, depending on what you do and if you win the fight. If you lose the fight and do, let's say, a lot of damage, kills, whatever you name it, the battle coins ain't gonna be so high. But if you go in PvE and do some missions, finish the top tier, top 3 in your team, or the number 1, doing 15 kills, I don't know, being top damage, top experience, spotting, assistance, everything, you can get a lot of battle coins, which helps you with the progress in the battle path itself, or with some personal missions that you have and you want to be done. So this is one of those. The other thing it is that I'm a player that likes to play with tanks. I like to see the full potential, so I can see the good and the bad in some vehicles, and that's how I got my experience with some vehicles and trying to, let's say, get better with each and every type of vehicle itself in the game. Because with some certain vehicles you can play more aggressive, with some you have to play more passive, with some you have to play, I don't know, much more skillful to watch your ass, you know, watch your back, trying to survive as much as you can, trying to not get so much damage. So it isn't so easy to put it out, even in PvE or PvP. But in PvE we have an option where you can play hardcore or heroic, and that one, it is the toughest one. And the toughest one, it comes when basically you join a fight with your fellow friends and trying to win that match smartly, trying to survive, do damage, do kills, do the secondaries, the primary objectives, and finish the fight. So the enemy that you're gonna encounter in those matches ain't gonna be, let's say, a novice to expert player in PvP. That AI tank it will hit your weak spots so fast and reloads faster, and precisely aiming and shooting and penetrating your armor and destroying the tank faster than you can even imagine. So for some of you that says that PvE is not hard, my friends, you don't know what's the other, let's say, the dark side of the PvE in this game. There are some matches and some maps, some operations where you have to know the maps, you have to know the tank that you have, to play wisely with it, to play good with it, to understand the mechanics of a vehicle that you play with, to know which is your weakest side, good side, to know the maps, as I said. So PvE, it's much more harder than PvP. That's just my opinion and that's just my point of view, because as I said, the PvP, it comes up to players. If you meet a player in the fact that he is skilled, you might die pretty fast. But also, if it is not skilled but it has a good tank that you cannot penetrate, but he pens you and sometimes misses, okay, there is a 50-50 chance to survive and kill him. But in PvE, that's not the case. If you're being spotted, you're gonna get focus fired from all directions, from tanks that are spotted and non-spotted, from 600 meters, 500 meters far away, and get penetrations after penetrations without even asking for them, you know. The reason I play with PvE or play in PvE, it is to enjoy the game, enjoy the tanks, see the full potential, do your best in fights. This is the part of a game, like, you have to enjoy it. And if you compare this game with other games, in other games you kind of get pissed after the third or fourth match, and then you decide yourself, okay, I'm gonna quit because tonight there are all of them idiots and whatever, and you cannot win a fight even though you do your best. You do your best, you defend your sector, you do everything with your tank. You want to do sniping with a tank destroyer, but you have to play the first line. That's not anymore an enjoyable, let's say, gameplay or game to play with. A game that offers you a lot of stress, I don't know, stress and being anger moments, to get pissed, annoyed and so on, that's not great, you know. Yeah, in some times, in some missions, in some maps in this game, you get that thing, but that's a rarity. That's a very rare moment. That's like one in, I don't know how many matches, 50 matches, 100 matches, where you get like a really bad team, and hopefully you're gonna win or you just lose. But you ain't gonna lose miserably. You're gonna lose being the top one in your team, and you're still gonna get some goodies despite the others. This is the reason why I play with tanks in PvE. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, leave other comments that you want to see me or want to hear me answer your questions, and have a nice weekend.